Bunny, and today's video is going to be a tea vlog. It's going to be, oh my gosh, there's a squirrel distracting me. Just see it scampering around. Right as I was about to say, today's video is going to be a little bit on the cereal side. Okay, squirrel is gone now. Let's try and have a chat. When I come on here and I say that I love each and every one of you, I truthfully mean that. You guys are the entire reason that I feel like I have been pulled out of a very dark place in my life. It's you guys being here and just your comments and just your interactions, just hearing from y'all, hearing bits and pieces about your life, just that interaction, and truthfully, our family. You guys mean the absolute world to me. Y'all are a life-changing impact in my life, and I'm so incredibly grateful for you, and I would never ever want to do or say anything that would upset you or make you feel like you are not valuable to me, or that anything about you makes you less valuable. So the very first thing I would like to do is say, like, if you were offended in any way by my weirdest candy video that I put out earlier today, I'm sorry. Just in case, like, maybe you're new here, maybe you haven't watched a lot of my old videos, maybe you don't watch a lot of like these videos like I'm doing right now, where I feel like I'm really kind of like telling you guys more about my thoughts, my feelings, and my ideas and stuff like that. And once again, that's all fair, because I understand like a lot of people are only here for, does this thing really work? Some people are just here for one particular type of video that I make, and that is totally cool. Just in case it's not clear for whatever reason, hopefully you guys are gonna go ahead and get this message today. You know that I absolutely love everybody, and I always really had hoped, and I guess that is honestly what makes me the most upset about this situation today, is I really thought that, like, just based on things I've said in the past and like my actions and things like that, or just like how I talk, I really hoped that everyone knew that I truthfully do feel in my heart like a very loving, accepting, just like chill nature. Like, I absolutely love everyone, regardless of race, gender, beliefs, religion, any of those things. I absolutely 100% believe that everybody is equal and that everyone is absolutely amazing and deserving of love. And that's honestly the most discouraging thing to me, is that if people don't understand that, like, the most important thing to me is spreading a message of just love and acceptance, that we should all be more loving and accepting and open of others, no matter who they are. None of that stuff affects me, or how I affect, like, how I look at people, how I think of people. I'm not like, oh, they're a blank. So I'm just not that way. And I'm so not that way. I'm so not that way that I think sometimes it makes me a really ignorant person, because I feel like, I don't know, it's like I like just so much don't consider differences that I just like say things that I guess maybe can come across, especially like in this one particular incident, as insensitive, because I wasn't even like taking anything into consideration of like, this candy is from Germany, this candy is from, you know, Japan, this candy is, like, I was just kind of like, oh, look at this is weird to me, regardless of where it comes from or who made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's many things like in my own country that I'm like, oh, that's garbage, that's disgusting, that's weird, that's gross, that makes me want to vomit. You know, like, I feel like I'm just like overall a very expressive person, and I do say ignorant things, like I feel like everybody says, and a lot of times, like, I mean, a lot of times I am like a really like over dramatic, over the top, like silly, wacky, zany, like that's just the kind of person that I am. And I mean, I say hurl and vomit all the time. I compare myself to a garbage can. It's just words that I fling around. And, you know, just to get specific, like people were saying it was disrespectful because some of the candy, I was like throwing it, and I'm just like, but I throw everything. Like, I literally get a box of like brand new makeup and I dump it out on my desk. I have products that I put in my favorites videos that I chunk behind me. Like, I will throw anything. That's the kind of person that I am. I understand that it might rub people the wrong way. People might hate me for that. I wasn't like doing that like pointedly. I wasn't trying to attack anything or anyone specifically. This video reminds me so very much of years ago when I did a drugstore makeup video, and I think I just got like a bad batch of products that I didn't like. Not a bad batch as in the products were defective, but just I got things that I particularly didn't like for one reason or another. And I know I said a bunch of like, I was super dramatic and I was like, oh, this is gross, this is like whatever, you know, and like people were thinking that I was like being super stuck up and snobby and like, ooh, all drugstore makeup is like really bad, and that is so not what I was meaning at all. I was just like, oh, this foundation that squirts out like a squirty foam is disgusting to me and it makes me want to hurl. I shouldn't have said that it looked like garbage. I shouldn't have said that it looked rotten, but you guys know also, I feel like we know each other, you know, and like I am so picky about stuff being sealed and stuff like safety seal. That's my big thing, you know, and like if makeup doesn't have a safety seal, and like once again, that's how I got in trouble with the drugstore video, because a lot of drugstore makeup does not have a safety seal, and like especially with food, I'm probably like a neurotic person with food. Like if my food is not like sealed up, I freak out about it, and it's disgusting to me, and it freaks me out, and it's not something that I want to eat. That's personal preference. If you guys have been here forever, you saw that. You maybe saw like where I refilmed, like I did another intro like explaining sort of like this, because once again, whenever something like this happens and it seems like I have upset or offended a lot of people, I would just like to say I am extremely sorry, and it is something that I have done. Like clearly I wasn't being funny, it wasn't humorous, I was too over the top, I was being dramatic in an inappropriate way, and for that, I am truly sorry. If I said anything that offended you or made you angry or made you upset in any way, that is my fault, and that is on me. I always say, and I'm so, how many times have I said, I always say in this video, but I really do read you guys' comments and the things that you've been saying on Instagram, and I did disable comments on the last video, but that's just because people were fighting and arguing, and I just like to keep my space like as positive as humanly possible. And so when people are like arguing and yelling at each other and it's just becoming like a place for arguments, that's not a cool environment. I have been reading a lot of you guys' comments that you left me on YouTube, and a lot of you guys' comments that you have been leaving me on Instagram. And, you know, I thank you guys for educating me about this product and letting me know that it's not something that's weird and gross and disgusting. And it is something that a lot of people eat and a lot of people enjoy. I hope that this is not this statement is not going to come out the wrong way. But to me, like something like candy is exceptionally small to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I never ever thought that anyone could possibly take candy seriously. Once again, that is ignorance on my part. And honestly, when I looked up these candies, I really just did a Google and an Amazon search, and I literally typed in weird candy, gross candy. I literally typed in gross candy, like world's weirdest, world's grossest candy. And I honestly started ordering these products months ago because many of them did come overseas. So I was trying to get them all in at the same time. So I don't remember what specific word that I used to pull up that specific watermelon candy. I don't know if it was the word weird or the word gross or how I ran across it, but I kind of like started off that video with the dialogue, like expecting that maybe people already considered it weird and gross. I'm a person, I just like to sit down and be like, oh, what's this? All right, let's do it. You know, like I'm not like, oh, Tiavana, our cup of tea by Starbucks. Like I'm not that kind of person. I'm coming from a place of ignorance, you know, but like just being told these kind of things really does help me to understand from other people's points of view. So anybody who is providing me like constructive criticism or information to help me expand my knowledge, that is a thing that I'm extremely grateful for. Thank you for letting me know that it was offensive and that it was bad, you know, because it's like, once again, that's not what I'm here to do. That's not what I'm trying to do. It was just so off my radar that it could be taken that way, because it was so off my radar from what I was thinking or feeling. I feel like anyone could go to any part or to some country or somewhere that they're not familiar with the food and the flavors. And I didn't know that many candies that come from Mexico are a combination of spicy and sweet. That's just something that I personally don't like. I hate spice on anything. I don't like spicy foods. I certainly do not want spicy candy. I think it is just something that I found really gross and disgusting, because like spiciness to me is really gross and disgusting. I don't know how to get around that. It's like how people comment all the time and they're like, oh, tea is gross and disgusting. I mean, that is just a way that some people feel, and you can be offended by that. It is your right to be offended by whatever offends you. Personally, me, I kind of don't care if somebody else finds what I drink disgusting, gross, garbagey, like I just pulled this tea out of a dumpster. Still tastes great to me. I'm just saying that once again, just to let you guys know how I feel. Like, somebody else not enjoying something or somebody else hating something doesn't detract from my liking it. I went into that long discussion about my teeth, you know, and so many people think my teeth are like disgusting and yellow and gross and blah, 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 but I love them, you know, and so like, no matter how many people tell me like, oh, it's disgusting, you should get them straightened, you should get them whitened, you should like, it's never gonna change my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions on my own teeth and how I look. I'm just gonna default and say that I was totally in the wrong. I did personally think it was disgusting. Thank you to everybody who told me I could wash the spices off and then have a delicious watermelon candy. I'm sure if I just had tasted the watermelon, I would think it was absolutely delightful, but spice and watermelon, or just putting, like, once again, sometimes things are just like gross to me just because like the thought, like, you know, like pouring hot sauce all over a candy. Like, I associate hot sauce with like Taco Bell, like hot sauce packets with Taco Bell, and like I wouldn't take like a banana split and put hot sauce all over it. I literally was just thinking that it already kind of came with a preconceived notion that it was weird or gross. Clearly though, based on you guys' comments, many of you grew up eating that candy, you love eating that candy, it is a staple of your life, it is something that is important and is special to you, and honestly, if I would have known that, I would not sit there and be like, oh, that's a stupid candy you like to eat. Like, I really hope that if you guys have watched my videos for any period of time, you would know that that is not the kind of person that I am. I just kind of feel like that's something that makes the world a beautiful place, is like that we can love and hate different things. Like, just because I absolutely hate something and it makes me sick and it makes me nauseous doesn't mean that other people, it doesn't make it any less valuable. Like, my opinion on something doesn't take the value away from that thing, I guess, is just what I'm trying to say. I really do try and be, you know, very conscientious about what I am saying, but I'm not a perfect person. From time to time, we all say like kind of ignorant, stupid stuff, and we're not aware that what we're saying is ignorant and stupid until someone says, hey, that's ignorant, that's stupid, these are the reasons why. I really appreciate anybody that had patience with me and just kind of like understood that it was something that was completely something I'm unfamiliar with, that people even put like salsa on sweet things. I'm just absolutely grateful to anybody who was kind of like telling me more information about it, what it was, you know, that this is something that lots of children enjoy, that it is something that's extremely common from where you guys are from. I thoroughly appreciate that. I am always wanting to have a better understanding of other people, other cultures, you know, other things that are normal to other people. Like, that is like my favorite stuff to do, is just like watch documentaries about people from all walks of life. Like, I like to learn about other people, other cultures, and other things. And so anytime somebody like sits me down and says, like, hey, this is what it is, it's never a bad thing to like learn more about something so you can make better choices in the future. I appreciate anybody who told me in like a respectful way, instead of like just being argumentative and like just kind of immediately jumping that I'm like a person who is, you know, like racist. That's just a wild, wild, wild jump for me. And that is certainly never even in my wildest imagination that I possibly think that anybody was going to come to that conclusion from a stupid video that I made about candy. I really feel like my videos I put them out to be utter silliness. I don't try and talk about politics. I don't try and talk about current events. My channel is first and foremost not to be taken seriously. Okay, this is not an informative place that you should come for like really intelligent sort of content. I am strictly, and my biggest goal, I started this channel once again out of a place where I was experiencing a lot of anxiety and depression and stuff like that, and I really just wanted to dive into something. You know, I wanted to be able to connect with other people and for them to be able to connect with me and to just understand that here is a place you can come just to like take a minute out of your day, like whatever is stressing you, whatever is upsetting you, you know, here is just a place where you can come and turn it all off and just kind of like enjoy like something silly and stupid and trivial with me. I really try to be like as sensitive and as thoughtful and as caring and, you know, just thinking of people's feelings as much as I humanly can. Did I say some things that probably were a little bit out of line? You know, being like, oh, it looks like garbage, huh? But like, I was just being silly, like literally like, if you dropped a noodle on the ground, it might pick up like some leaves or debris. I can see how it would rub people the wrong way though. So I do take accountability for what I said, and if I did offend you, I am truthfully sorry. I was trying to be stupid. I was trying to be stupid. I was trying to like use humor in a stupid way. You know what I'm saying? Like, but once again, I would just hope that us spending all this time together would let you guys know that like I would never try and like insult or offend you like in any way. You know, that's not what I'm here. That's not what I'm about. And I don't know, so that anybody would think that like because I say stupid stuff about food or candy that I'm trying to attack a specific group of people. I mean, that was the furthest, like absolute, and I guess that is ignorance on my part, is that I should have been able to see that like what I was saying like could somehow be taken in an utter way that I never even conceived was possible, because that was like the least, like so not on my radar, you know? Hopefully this helps us to understand or maybe know a little bit more about each other. And once again, I really hope that maybe we can have an awesome, respectful sort of like share space in the comments down below. Feel free and tell me more information about it. Or if you just want to talk about like candies, you know, that are different, like, you know, from where you're from, or even like, I know in America, like different cities and states, like it always just turns my head on edge when like people come from other states and they don't know what kolaches are. I don't know if that's like a southern thing or just a Texas thing, but I'm like, oh, kolaches. And like all my best friends from LA, like they never knew what kolaches were. And I was like, you know, is this a joke right now? Just feel free and share, because I think that's like some of the most valuable things that we can ever get in this world, is just like sitting down and listening and learning from other people, or just hearing like what is like something that's different, something that's new, something that is like weird. So I'm sure this video is going to be like super duper super duper super duper long, and I try my best to be brief, and every single day I fail, and I will continue to fail, I'm sure, every single day, because I just feel like I have so much that I want to tell you guys. I am just a firm believer in love and positivity and equality for absolutely everyone. I just do believe that everyone should have equal rights, equal freedoms, to do what makes them feel happy, loved, and fulfilled. And I don't feel like anything that I have said or done on this channel should take away from those being like my thoughts and feelings. I do have a favorites video that should be going up for you guys tomorrow, and hopefully I'm gonna get a Does This Thing Really Work up on Sunday. I have a couple devices now, or a couple items at least, that I have been stockpiling that I think will be fun. So I don't know. Also, you guys, let me know. Do you like this new series? Do you not? I feel like I have been filming them on days, once again, when I'm feeling like the most happiest, the most energetic. I'm really excited to get into these like weird things. But that being said, I feel like I am purposefully trying to get things that are, at least to me, in my opinion, like disgusting, strange, weird, wacky, stupid, sorts of things, you know? So that just kind of like comes with that territory. Maybe that is gonna rub some people the wrong way. I don't know. Like, is this not a good video series? Is this a good video series? Should we keep doing it? Should we not? Let me know down below. You know, I don't want to keep like rubbing people in the wrong way. That's not what I'm about. That's not what I'm here for. Look at this one little Malenki hair, just all where it's not supposed to be. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I'm sorry if you guys hated the last video. Hopefully this helps you guys kind of like understand where I was coming from and my thought process. And I am a languager, so I feel like anytime I can be dramatic with language, sometimes say like gross words, crazy words, say that things are gross, say that things are like vomitous, say that things are from a garbage can, you know, I'm probably gonna say it. I'm probably gonna do it. That's just the kind of person that I am. I'm not meaning to be offensive. I'm not meaning to be upsetting. Thank you guys so much for being here and for listening. And I don't know, hopefully if you walked away from that feeling really negative, maybe this helps in some way, or at least I'm just issuing an apology if you were upset or offended, because that was not at all what I was trying to do. So clearly I did something wrong. It's on me. It's my fault, and I take responsibility for that. And I do just want to say that I'm sorry. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.